live again. We're back. Thank you if you were trying to watch earlier. We were using an iPhone on a Verizon network in Silicon Valley, and apparently
no signal.
No signal. So we're now using a Samsung phone on an AT&T network, and we're getting passed by a spark. Anywho, we're going to the Tesla headquarters. I'm with Wesley here. He traveled down from the UK, and we went to the well, I drove past the Gigafactory on my way here. I didn't stop. And we went to the Fremont factory.
Yep, took the tour, didn't we?
Took the tour, and not allowed to say a whole lot other than it was awesome.
Yeah.
We got to see a Model 3, which was VIN number 3.
Yeah.
And if you guys know who the owner of VIN number 3 is, let us know, because he came out and he talked to us a little bit and gave us no information whatsoever.
They're pretty low down on the numbers. I mean, people out there probably know that Elon got the first one gifted to him for his 46th birthday, didn't he?
Yeah, so
I think 2, I don't know who got 2, but yeah, number 3. It's going to be someone high up.
Hi, Alex.
It's going to be someone high up that owns VIN 3.
So yeah, Wesley, if you want to... Oh, there you go.
Oh, hello.
You want to read off whoever's talking?
Yeah, okay. So, Alex Perez says, hi, guys.
This is weird. Dang it. These roads are confusing. Never vidcast when driving new roads.
I found them okay. I've only been, say, driving over a couple of days. Everything, it's like driving in a mirror for me because I'm used to the left, not the right. But no, it's probably, I mean, the system's actually easier than the UK. There's a lot of traffic lights, but yeah.
So we're in the land of Teslas. They're everywhere. I was trying to say earlier, we came to an intersection. I was like, hey, look at that, that's a Model X. And as we were going through it, there was like another at Model X, and then we had a Model X, and like, wow, this is a lot for one intersection. And there's all kinds of Chevy Bolts. They're actually really popular.
There are a lot of electric cars out here. I mean, you know, I saw a Leaf earlier, and what else? You know, Teslas, Model X's, Model S's, Chevys, Bolts. Another Model S over there.
Oh yeah, nice red one.
I like the Tesla red. It's Tesla red is nice. The whites are quite nice.
We saw 2 signatures at the factory.
Yeah.
They're kind of more like a darker red, a burgundy, like a rose color or something.
What I do for so no sun visor for the passenger. It's a bit odd.
You pull it out
at the side.
Yeah, it's magnetic.
Yeah.
And then it folds down.
Because on these Model X's, the glass screen goes way over the top, but they have got a visor for the sun.
Yeah, they do.
That's good. I thought if it got.
Any other comments from people?
I can't see any.
You guys have any questions?
No.
You have to tap this.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Right. What's this? What's for me? It's hard to read while it's moving about. We'll click all live chat messages. Okay, what's the trip for an event? No, it's just a random drive, isn't it? Sort of nice evening.
Yeah, so there's not any special event going on. I just happened to be in the area for other things, and we thought, you know what? We're here, let's go check it out and see what's going on.
Hey, Mark Jennings says, what's this all about?
Maybe try and sneak a drone.
I have my drone in the back. It's a Mavic, so we'll see. Probably live stream from that, actually.
Try it.
Maybe. I don't want to get it.
You guys can watch a live stream of us flying a drone and Tesla shooting it down.
Yeah. I need
a bunch of Model Ys in the back.
I'll probably fly it past the building about 10 foot off the ground. Maybe not.
It'd be interesting to see how many Model 3s are in the parking lot, because
they're about now, aren't they?
Yeah, there was a VIN on Reddit earlier this morning of 190 something. So there's got to be at least around 200 out in the wild at the moment. I'm hoping to see some Waymo cars driving around all by themselves.
Okay, so
We can have an autopilot showdown.
okay, Mark Jennings just said image just dramatically improved.
Oh, cool.
That's good, good.
So AT&T is better in this area, apparently.
I would hope so. It's like the tech capital of the world. You think they'd have their
Yeah.
you think they'd have their
I think Verizon would throw up some microcells or something.
or maybe it's just so many signals around here going on at once that they're all, you know what I mean, they're all getting in each other's way. You have to keep tapping on this to get the
You know, I don't think so. They pop up if you're just watching it.
okay.
But otherwise you gotta tap it and then there you
I don't think it's anymore on there. Just a few comments.
So what I was saying earlier that the autopilot should be really good because Tesla's over here. It's not. The roads, the markings aren't very great. They're these box dots, which autonomous vehicles hate. And that's the little tiny little bumps on the road. And we're driving into the sun, so I'm having to take over a lot. It's kind of jerking us around quite a bit. I'm hoping that they'll put out an update soon, enable some of the new features for autopilot, the enhanced autopilot.
What's that beeping sound on there? Is that?
That's the autopilot. Engage it.
Oh, it's the car.
Disengage it.
I was thinking it was the live chat.
So like right now we have it engaged, so we're driving semi-autonomously. Well, I guess we're driving autonomous until I stop it.
Okay. We've both got the sun, so we're driving towards the sun, so it's difficult to see the screen. 7 viewers, 1 like.
Thank you, all 7 of you guys.
Yeah, still no more comments.
Yeah, 8. Looks like there's a leaf following us.
Yeah. I suppose it takes 5 or 10 minutes for people to be checking their phones and that, see the live feed. Okay,
So when we get to the factory here, or not the factory, when we get to the headquarters, we'll take the phone out, and actually you can probably do that right now. Is you can flip the image and take it off the mount and kind of show them around what we're seeing.
okay.
So this is kind of the view over where
Trying to stabilise it. There we go.
Teslas are made or designed. This is the HQ area. And last time I was here a couple of years ago, I saw some of those Google cars driving around. So, and I think I saw a Lucid motor vehicle earlier.
People watching, 4 likes.
And I don't know. I think the GPS is really messed up because look what it's having us do. There's got to be like an exit here that we can take.
I found a lot of that. It's sort of, I had no choice but to follow it because probably ended up in the wrong state or something if I didn't.
That's because I missed that road back there, and now it took us like 12 miles out of the way.
We wanted to, well, it was nice to take the scenic route, so.
This is what happens when you're trying to live broadcast and drive at the same time.
Yeah. So when I'm trying to film and drive, I have to focus on the road first, but it's nice to get good footage. It's on the back of my eyes. Okay. Mark Jennings. Any Model 3 news or images would be appreciated.
So I got some pretty good footage of that Model 3, bin number 3.
When are the RHD versions starting? I can't wait. And I've lost the
Which versions?
RHD. Not sure what that is myself. You know?
RHD.
Yeah, RHD. Rear something drive. Rear. Oh, so like the dual motor.
Oh, the dual motors.
That's probably what it means. Yeah. Okay, so Lonewood Eggcorn says Teslas are styled LA built in Fremont, but
you're right. I was wrong.
But the bulk of the engineering, is in Palo Alto,
It's over in Hawthorne.
Yeah.
In LA. You're right. I'm off.
Oh, right-hand drive. Right. Okay.
Oh.
From.
What did they say, next year or late next year?
I think it's next year. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm used to right-hand drive.
I don't think it's even next year. I think it's the next year. I think they said
2019.
2019.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before because they've got to get through most of their pre-orders, and it's going to take a while for them to catch up. But yeah, 2019 is not that long away, and they should be humming along quite well then, shouldn't they? So.
I think he said early 2019 too. So
yeah, it's maybe late 2018. It's hard to tell, but they've got a lot to do before then.
It sounded like to me when they explained how the tax credits work here in America that they were going to kind of try and game the system a little bit, because it goes by the quarter. So every quarter they'll actually kind of stagger the production so that they can get as many as they can in the areas that'll benefit to it most, and then they'll kind of time out the deliveries so that they'll do the overseas stuff and not ship as many, so that somehow they were going to time it to maximize the tax credit benefits.
Yeah.
It was I'm making it way more complicated than it is.
No, I mean they're going to they're going to start releasing Model 3s closer to sort of the start of the workers, then further and further out, so they can iron out any kinks, don't they? And then eventually the international markets, including right-hand drive and dual motors.
Yeah. So all the owners are Tesla workers right now, and they're really not giving any like interviews or anything because they don't want all the press out there to be talking about all the issues, because I'm sure there's issues because they're not in full production yet. They're still kind of tweaking the line.
They want to iron those out and then go sort of in the alpha version. Well,
they're the final version, but they're just trying to tweak the production line.
Yeah. They want it to be perfect by the time they go for like all out. They want to be able
to turn it up. They want the speed on the line.
Because if there was a small little kink, it's like with the Model S with the handles that were slightly they had issues with the Model S, didn't they? The little presenting handles.
Yeah.
Now if they had caught that earlier on, that wouldn't have been quite as big a problem.
Get the camera outside our left.
Oh, hang on. Swap to the front camera. On the left.
Either that or we went to the wrong address, but it should be on the top of the hill on the left here.
Okay.
There's the sign, Tesla.
Have you been here before yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. There's the. Oh, hang on. There's the. Thing.
Oh, we can't go in.
3,500 Deer Creek Road.
About visitors?
Speak to the guard. Good evening.
Yeah.
What's he going to do is tell us to go away. Guard on the gate there.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, all right.
How can I help you?
Oh, we were just in the area. Just want to drive by and just see the headquarters. Is it okay to drive in the parking lot, or?
Unfortunately not. So during the weekend, especially during the weekends, it's not allowed to go past this line right here.
Oh, okay.
Imaginary line.
What about during the week?
During the week, they'll let you go through the parking lot, but there's no pictures allowed on the cars, except the lounge and the front of the building is fine, not the cars.
Oh, okay.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
What are the hours?
8 in the morning till around 5.
Okay. Right. Thanks.
Thanks very much.
Back on Monday sometime, or Tuesday, I guess.
Main channel. Any more messages?
Sorry, that wasn't very eventful. Like, no, you can't go into the parking lot. You can't get pictures of the cars.
We can see the cars.
Did you see any Model 3s in there?
We can still fly the drone over.
That's what I was looking for, a parking lot nearby.
You know what? I think that's alright. I mean, if you get that thing high enough, you don't even know it's there. I could try and land it on one of the cars. see the security guard running over to it and take off now.
It looks like this is a path right here on the left. What are all these buildings here?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't mind flying it over if it's high enough, but are we going to see a lot?
I mean, if we can just go into a park over here. I mean, it'd be pretty obvious if we're the ones doing it. We just went over there and like we're live streaming him.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they shouldn't shoot it down, should they? I mean, depends what you want to see, really. I mean, you're not trespassing, I don't think, if you're flying over a property. But if you're from the road, if you're hovering a couple hundred foot above the road, you're going to see into the building. You're going to see into the land, but you're not technically on it.
So I don't know if we can park here anywhere or not. It's a tow-away zone.
Yeah, but we're not leaving the vehicle. When it's evening, everyone's gone home. It's after working hours, isn't it? It's 7:15 now. Here at the saying, definitely drone. Make sure it's legal. We'll keep it below 400 feet, wouldn't we?
Oh yeah. Is there any airport? Well, DJI actually will tell you.
Yeah, I mean, if you try and fly a DJI drone in an area you're not allowed, it won't let you.
Oh, there's security right there.
Oh right.
Look at that.
What Tesla or
no, for this area that we're at right now.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know really.
Stanford School of
So I suppose you don't want to be.
Foiled again.
Just launch it from something. As long as you're not launching it where security can see. What drone? Mavic Pro. So it's nice and stealthy. Very portable.
We can drive up that road past. So it seems like there should be somewhere to stop right here to get on this path. There's got to be like just went through a stop sign. Yeah, so there's that walkway over there. It seems like there's somewhere you can go. Oh, there's a Model 3 right in front of us.
Model 3. Oh, there's the Model 3. Just caught the end of it.
It's a white one.
It's a white Model 3.
Those aren't the aero wheels. I don't know which ones those are.
Camera flip back round. Wait a second. What's there? There we go.
There's that security guard giving us the look.
We could just, I mean,
he's watching our stream right now.
Yeah, he's probably on his he probably knows who some of the YouTubers are. We could just go over and ask him.
So this is, I mean, we can
cool,
at least see the factory, the edge of the factory here. That's an employee entrance, and oh, it looks like you know what? We're gonna go up on a hill over here. Model X is in there. Oh, here's the Model S.
Model S. So, yeah, Lemon Acorn says all the private company parking lots. So, it's all private parking company lots there. Yeah. Mark Jennings, go up sun and hover silhouetted, they'd never see it. I suppose if we flew at the sun there, you wouldn't see it, would they?
Yeah, the sun's in the background.
It's not big enough to cause them a clip.
The problem is, he's right, there's no public parking anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a Tesla in that little farm. It sounds so easy. Be like, oh, we'll just pull over and park and fly a drone.
Yep, and Longwood Edcorn says again, yeah, it's not a factory, it's a research and development facility, so R&D.
Right.
But it's still their headquarters.
So, yeah, it's the Tesla headquarters, and then Hawthorne is the design studio. That's where they're designing them, right?
Hawthorne's from SpaceX, isn't it?
Yeah, they're both there.
Oh, okay.
They're right across the street from each other, and that's where they put the boring tunnel.
I'll have to check that out when I get there.
So a good question. I mean, so like the autopilot team is here, I believe, at the HQ. They're not in Hawthorne.
No. Oh, okay, right. So, yeah, they can still communicate quite fast. So it's like with SpaceX. I mean, they have their headquarters. They have where they can mission control in Hawthorne, but they're mostly launching from Florida.
And that's why Elon wants to build a tunnel all the way from San Francisco to LA.
Yeah,
for his own personal benefit.
So you can just get there in like half an hour. 700 miles an hour across the underground, no problem.
So they can kind of see it over there. I don't know if you want to do video of it.
Yeah, I'll try.
You can kind of see the top of the building.
Where are we going?
Tesla HQ.
Oh yeah. The Tesla HQ is over there somewhere.
You can kind of see the top of the building, just barely through the trees.
Well, I could try the drone from here. If you can get anywhere, like I can fly up and over and see the.
That's what I'm trying, but there's all these signs here that say no parking anytime.
Well, I don't consider this any time. It's sort of after office hours. I mean, you just need. I mean, there's no one around here.
It's private property, trespassing.
I'd personally just pull up on the. Change the camera back round.
They actually have security guards in all these parking lots too.
Don't park in the parking lot. I'll just park on. I would literally just. See, that's the thing. A few years down the road, you should.
So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just take out the drone, throw it out the window, and we just keep driving?
In a couple of years' time, we could get out the Tesla. It could drive round the block on its own, and it wouldn't matter if there's no one in it. So that's not far away. I wouldn't think.
Have the Tesla drive around, so we're not parking, and then we can fly the drone.
Give it 5 years. I mean, one of the comments on there is about obviously when's the right-hand vehicles come out, but give it 20 years, there'll be probably a steering wheel on neither side.
So where are we? We're in Stamford, or I keep seeing. There's all these SAP buildings. It says VMware. Ooh, they make all of my virtualization stuff. Electronic Power Research Institute. What? This guy's gonna be like, that Tesla keeps driving by.
Yeah, we're just lost, didn't we? You know, it's not like there's not a 17-inch sat nav in front of us. Do we dare fly this?
There's people parked right here.
Could just launch it straight.
I'm not even sure. Where's the headquarters?
Could just launch it straight from the top of the car.
You know, I mean, people are pulled over right here by this orchard, but man, there's a bunch of trees and telephone poles.
Well, you just keep it above it, don't you?
So where? I'm lost now. Where's the headquarters now? There we go. Okay, so
it's got to be somewhere. I mean, this thing can fly about 5 miles, so I mean, I could probably fly it from San Francisco to here. So yeah, we haven't got to be.
Be able to see it though.
No, you see it on the screen, won't you? On the phone.
Well, the Wi-Fi's got to work.
No, well, I'll be doing it for RC, for radio control.
Right, but so you can see it.
It still goes quite a way. I've had video feed for a couple of 1,000 meters before. And I sent it over the Golden Gate Bridge yesterday, a couple of days ago actually, and yeah, the signal was fine. It's really foggy that day as well, so surprised I got it back. But no, it's all good.
So it's behind us. We passed it. We gotta flip around here. More private property.
Well, everything's private property, but it's just a word, isn't it? I mean, you couldn't consider this bit private property, could you? Yeah.
Here we go, Esther Clark's Park. I bet we could go over there.
Yeah, it's a park.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go over to that park and you can fly it from there and kiss it goodbye.
Not that risky, is it?
I don't know. The guy's like, you can't take pictures of anything.
Yeah, I think security mode. If it's too risky, I don't have to do it. I just and if we were in the park, and we just sent it straight up, you could see quite a bit of the
yeah. You could actually see, you know,
it'd be above the park, but I mean the headquarters is quite big, isn't it? Big enough to see.
Yeah, I mean it's on the map, pretty big there.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if it's big enough, I need to send it high enough so that it can't be seen.
So the question is, where's the Tesla semi? Because you'd be able to see that. Is it going to be at the factory? Is it going to be indoors in an airplane hangar?
They're not going to have it outside, surely. It'd be a bit silly.
I don't know, maybe. There's VMware.
See if there's any more comments. We've got 10 people. So do most of the people view this sort of after the live feed because they have to catch it?
Yeah. Because I mean, if I were to announce this ahead of time,
right,
then the viewership's a lot higher. But this is just kind of like
it's after sort of work time, so people may be able to see their phones and that. So you know, you might get less viewers in the middle of the day. So Alex Perez says, just trying to help you guys out.
What was he saying to help us out?
Trying to your dome light. Oh, your dome light's on. Thank you. I don't know how you turn the thing off.
You just press it in on each light. Every LED you can touch.
I see the touch.
Yeah.
What was that on for? We must have turned it on for something earlier.
Yeah, I was trying to read their credit card. Thank you.
Yeah, that comment's been up there a while. We're only just. It's, okay.
Where's this park? Okay.
Yeah, so
it's on our left.
So long word. It says there isn't really anything interesting to see at the headquarters.
How do you know? Have you flown a drone?
Except for looking in the windows of the front during business hours, or front hall during business hours.
Yeah, that's that's what we were looking at the other day. That big old screen that said statistics on the superchargers. That's what's over there at the HQ. I guess it isn't really all that terribly exciting, but.
And he's replied again because he's done it. So maybe he has. You know?
Gun school.
It's a bit of a conflict of a name for a place, isn't it?
So on the map here it says there's this Alta Mesa Memorial Park on it, but I don't see it. Do you?
Is it not from where we are? It should be behind there.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So we're
going the wrong way.
We're heading the wrong way.
All visitors must report to main office. Man, you're not allowed to go anywhere around here. All these tech companies trying to protect all their secrets.
This many tech companies. They're obviously watching us now. They must have There must be.
So how do I?
They must know. They must know. I mean, then again, we may not show up. We're in a Model X. You know, it's we might blend into the surroundings a bit.
Walk a bike.
Yeah. So I'm not really planning to take any too big a risk for this, but if it's just literally straight up in the air and just sort of a little look around from where it is, that's reasonable because you're not trespassing then.
So where's the entrance to this park?
Somewhere either on this road or the other road. We haven't just come down from there, have we?
Yeah.
Somewhere on this corner.
I know you're also not supposed to fly drones in national parks. So
yeah.
If it's a local park, I think we're okay.
We're okay with local parks. But,
oh wow.
First time for me, the login event, okay. That's Frank Forley.
Oh, Frank. Well, thanks for joining us on the live event, Frank.
Lower things that the other one that's been commenting says it's a cemetery across from Gun. Steve Jobs is buried there.
Hey, we could go visit Steve Jobs.
Well, get some pictures, you know.
Hey, Hey, at least something comes out of this trip.
Yeah.
We do a seance, talk to him.
Yeah, in outer Mesa.
Can he go into it?
Gates open. Let's flip the camera around. Hang on, flip the camera around, sorry. There we go.
Gates close at 6.
Which is 7 now.
Okay. Creepy. Ooh, these statues are.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a mausoleum. So, Steve Jobs probably is in some.
Just Google it, it'll tell you where it is.
Yeah, he'd have to be in some kind of a fancy thing, right?
A big, like, a big iPhone
Some
case.
mausoleum or a really big headstone, or maybe not, because he's kind of
a simple man, wasn't he? He lived in quite a moderate sort of place for considering. No, yeah, but considering his wealth, he lived moderately within his means, didn't he? So. But he was having a yacht built, wasn't he?
He was. Is that thing done? That massive yacht?
I think they finished the yacht, but it wasn't done in time for him to see it. That's a big microphone. Yeah, that's just a lav mic. Not a lav mic. Sorry, a shotgun mic.
Yeah. There's no
road mic.
These are all plaques out here. Huh. This is a pretty big museum. Cemetery.
Cemetery.
So if they're supposed to close this at 6, I mean,
we don't want to get locked in.
Are we gonna get locked in a cemetery with Steve Jobs?
Probably should exit before we get stuck in it.
Yeah.
Although, what night is it? It's Saturday? Maybe it's different on weekends.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It didn't really specify in the sign.
Or the guy who locks up is late.
Or they're waiting for the last person to leave. There's, somebody over here.
Someone over. Can I talk to him and ask?
Oh yeah, there's a guy over there. I wonder if he's with Steve Jobs.
No, it's yeah. He's on what looks like an iPad.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should do the drone thing really, because obviously it's asking patrolling it. But what do you think?
I
don't know. I'm umming and ahhing about it. I mean, if I could launch it from here.
If it was a regular park, I'd feel better about it. But we're being in a cemetery that's already closed. Probably not.
No. Well, we can launch it from anywhere though, even the side of the road. I mean, just outside the gates, so that even if the gate's shut, we just park there and just look. I mean, when I was practicing with the drone, I flew it over everything. It's just
yeah, I guess we could do that.
So if we park just outside the gates, I'll launch it 400 feet in the air, or 120 meters, and we'll see what it's about. And I'll see if I can get it onto the live stream. It's not something I've ever done before. Let's flip this back around. Sure. So 13 viewers, 12 likes.
Pretty big cemetery.
No, just to answer that one there. No, we're only trying to find the location to launch the drone from, not well, I just want that one. It just happens to be a cemetery. Sort of. It just happens to be, we haven't come in here deliberately.
It says it is I guess it's a memorial park.
Yeah,
but,
it's because there's so many sort of private properties and security people around here. It's a very difficult place to.
Yeah, everywhere we pulled into, there's some security guy in a vehicle giving us dirty looks. So.
I mean, we're not doing anything wrong as such. I mean, we can always speak to them. Just say, mind if we launch our drone? They might be cool with it.
Oh, maybe this guy's trying to close the gates now.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if those guys are looking for Steve Jobs.
No. I'd say park just outside the gate and I'll launch from there. I only need about 1 foot of land to launch from.
a little kid right here. I don't know if you're. I mean, I just feel weird like parking somewhere that's not parking.
I do it all the time. I just stop in the middle of the road if I can't. Yeah, I mean we're not leaving the vehicle properly, are we? Or only like by a few feet, and no one's coming in and out because this place should be shut.
I suppose you could get out and I could drive down the street and back. That way I'm not parked.
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel a bit odd trying to fly the thing. So.
You can do it or not?
I don't know. I don't want to risk it really. The security will have the right to say, "Oh no, we're going to take it off you." And go, yeah. Nice idea though.
What does this say about names? It says
it's a very sensitive.
VMware has a cafe. Can we go to the VMware cafe? Like anytime?
Yeah, it's a very sensitive area.
Palo Alto, Simple Graves.
That's my new toy.
Century Old Cemetery in the heart of Silicon Valley. Huh.
Yeah.
You may try the high school. Oh, I thought launch the car.
No,
we're going to launch the car in the cemetery.
No, Mavic Pro.
Please have some respect.
Of course.
Yeah.
We just needed a location, not just happened to be the only public area around here. So I mean, how far are we from like the Facebook headquarters? We're not that. I mean, have we got time?
I apologize about the jokes about Steve Jobs. He's just he's a public figure, and he passed away a while ago.
Yeah, it's what 2011. I remember watching one of your videos when just after it happened, you said, "Oh, no more Steve." We all sort of followed the development of Apple and Tesla. So. No, Sam, have we got time to get around to like the Facebook headquarters and all that? And
what's the warmest outside air temperature the Model X can cope with? The warmest?
Warmest? What like?
I've never heard of it being too warm. It's got the batteries are all air conditioned, so I think like when they were going at Pikes Peak and stuff, or people are like racing them, there's issues with it getting too warm. But I think it just basically lowers performance. You can hear the fans humming really loud, but that's a good question. I've never had any issues with it, and I've been in 130 degree temperature in Vegas. No issues.
And let's follow up this AC to do that. AC? Oh, aircon. Thought you meant it ain't current for a second.
So, can we go to the VMware cafe? Because that'd be kind of cool. You need dinner, right?
Yeah.
Hey, there's an i3. That's the first time I've seen one around here. There's a lot of them over in Colorado. i3s are the BMW electric car. And it's weird because they make a Rex, which is an extended range version that has a little generator in it, kind of like a Chevy Volt. But it truly is just a little bitty generator. So it just extends the battery range, and it doesn't really run off of the generator only. Or if it does, it's incredibly slow.
Plenty of parking around here. Just park on someone's driveway.
Traffic cameras.
Yeah.
They even got like security cameras on the public roads here.
Yeah. I've got security cameras on my house back in the UK. I'm able to bring up a live feed.
Yeah, I mean,
a live feed from
there's
four different cameras.
Model X. Yeah, so I mean, everybody's got them on their own homes, but this one's like on the street post.
Oh, right. So it's more like sort of public security cameras.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, don't they have a lot of that in the UK?
In like the city centres and the towns, not just in the residential areas. The only cameras in residential areas would be on people's properties. Their own cameras. So.
I wonder how much these homes cost. Surrounded by all the big tech companies.
Can we go back to surroundings?
There's a Nissan Leaf over there.
Just flip that round. Here we go. So what we got?
See, the electric vehicle ratios probably. There's another Leaf. I don't know, maybe 1 in 20.
30F 080 is impressive for a...
Well, I don't know. I guess the breeze is like the ideal temperature.
If you're in Los Halos Hills, about $2 million plus in Palo Alto, or 1 million. Sorry, Palo Alto, Mark Jones says the new Leaf's quite impressive. Have you seen... Hang on, it just disappeared again.
Haven't seen it in person, just watched a bunch of the videos on it though.
He said, have you seen the reviews?
Yeah, I've seen some of the reviews. It's like, it's the logical next step, but it wasn't the leap forward that they needed. I mean, they really should have kicked out a 200 range vehicle. But, you know, it makes sense to come out with a cheaper version, you know, than what everybody else is doing, than the Bolt and the Model 3. And also, they couldn't, like, alienate all the people that are still trying to buy the old Leaf, so they had to do something kind of in the middle this year, which makes sense. And the next year, they can compete more with the Bolt and the Model 3. There's a stack of Teslas in front of us on a big old truck.
Where are we? Oh, it's coming up. Make sure to get up here.
And we're in California because the girls next to us have colored hair. Like purple.
That truck will it'll be over in a minute, won't it?
I don't know how much footage that GoPro has on it. Cards full.
We'll just fill it up, you know, the same as the other thing. I'm sure there's loads of useful footage.
They're waving. Hi.
Hello.
What are you guys doing?
Live YouTube feed.
For what? You have a channel or something?
Yeah.
Here's a channel.
Yeah, Tesla
Hi,
stuff.
cool, hi.
Of course, we're in a Tesla, aren't we?
Subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah, subscribe. Yeah.
Right.
Have a good night.
Well, yep, you too. You too. Bye. I forget they're looking at us in a Model X Tesla, so they impressive to start with.
We're gonna race.
I wonder who would win. What are they? And they're in a oh bloody hell, that is powerful. even for what's this, 90D. Okay, there's the Tesla sort of low load of all the things up. If we slow down, we'll try and get that. Don't know if I can get my embers in the way. So I just passed that.
There's two Teslas in a row. There's an X and an S. And
Pop that back to the main screen there.
I mean, this is Tesla headquarters, so I mean, I shouldn't be that impressed, I suppose.
New Leaf. Lol.
Oh, there's the VMware campus.
Oh, all Model S is on track. That's one input. Model.
All right, Uber. Really? Uber's here too?
Uber where?
It says Uber right in front of us on the sign.
I see VMware.
Or is this just the Uber curb for people to pick up when they're using Uber? Yeah, that's probably all that is. So, where's our cafe? Where are we gonna get some grub?
I hope it's still open.
Are you sure anybody can go to this? Or are we just guessing?
That's one way to find out. Yeah, Uber has an office there.
Oh, they do?
So someone commenting is obviously local and knows more than we do.
You need to come give us a tour, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's the campus map.
Okay, so what's that? It's Hilltop Garage, VMware.
I am here.
Campus
Dude, the
map.
campus is huge. Huh. What does it say? Closed. Entrance. Probably launch your drone from here.
Yeah.
There's no security.
Launch it in the air.
Oh, we're in visitor parking, so we're in the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
The entrance is closed. Please use the, what is that? Estrado entrance?
I don't think it really matters at this time. There's only one car in the car park.
Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, oh, here we go. Do not enter. How come all the signs are on the wrong side of the road?
Pretty normal. It's pretty normal for me.
Like, they're only if you're walking.
Yeah, I came down here earlier and flicked all the signs around. It makes me feel at home.
I guess we should change the title of this live feed from Tesla headquarters to Silicon Valley.
Random driver back.
Yeah, right.
Can you change it afterwards? Can you then? Or?
Yeah.
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 So I've not done a live feed.
Hey, since you're from the area, what else is cool to go check out nearby that we can see? Who was it, Alex or?
I think it was Lonewood Eggcon. Looks like CAF is closed. Oh,
Dang it.
The Google campus. Well, I've got the map somewhere still.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know, it's. I've read it all out. What do we do with it? Did we? Oh, I put it in.
Where is Google?
Google. To Google it.
Supercharger near Google campus. Oh.
What I've done with the...
That is something we need. We only got 80 miles left to range. Wow, there's like a bazillion things. Oh, the Computer History Museum. Yeah. And there are 0 stations available. Tesla schedule. Hello from Tesla. Why, hello! Any chance you can get us in?
Okay.
The security guard didn't want us in there.
Got it. So we got... Where are we near to now?
Oh, so we're here.
We're near here. Okay.
Oh, there's the Googleplex.
Yep.
What's that there?
That's
Apple?
That's the big donut.
Oh, the spaceship one?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to try and go over there before it gets dark?
Definitely not flying my drone there, but we can. I'd like to see the face. Well, we got time to do that? Well, we'll do what we can. You know.
Oh, wait, don't cancel it.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. We'll do it here. Cancel not okay. Yeah.
Cancel.
Yeah. Sorry, I knocked it with my hand. I was trying to flick the screen around so I could show me bits. So we've got my map and all the addresses of different places. We are currently here near the Tesla HQ. Down here you got the Apple, that big donut building, the spaceship thing.
What is the address of the spaceship?
The spaceship, 1 Apple Parkway, Caparino, California, 95014. So
Isn't that...
Your zip code is 95014.
It's Apple Parkway?
Apple Parkway. And that is there. We are here. So it's about 4 kilometres from here. And so up here we have Yahoo. Yahoo's still going? I mean...
Is it... Apple Parkway... you know, it might not be in Google Maps. Those jerks.
What's that now? What, they removed it because they don't like them. Yeah, so we got the Googleplex there.
This is in Cupertino, right?
Yeah, it's down there.
Or is it Cupertino down there?
That is that.
Nope.
Not find it.
Yeah, there it is.
It should be visible on the map. It's big enough. I mean,
there's number 1 Infinite Loop. That's their old campus.
We can see it on the map here. Just can you not like move it on the touch screen and just sort of?
Yeah.
It's physically there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it doesn't show it, we can get to the area of whatever it used to be.
All right. So here we go. There's Palo Alto, and then. Oh yeah, we're really. I mean, we should be really close. Where?
It's fair. We're here. It's fair.
Because there's the supercharger by the Googleplex.
Yep, it's up here.
So it should be just right in here somewhere, right?
One way to find out.
What did you say? Apple. Three way behind us.
Well, we'd know. They'd be beeping us.
Oh, there's one infinite loop.
So
That's the old campus, right?
Okay, so it needs to be. It's just below. Well, on this map, just below Sunnyvale. We've got the PayPal office there as well. So it's about 4 kilometres from where we
How
are.
close is it to the old campus? I mean, can we just go to the old one?
Where's the old one on here? Where's the old one on here?
I don't see it on there.
I mean, I haven't written it on there because I was only after the new one.
Right.
You have to compare the map on your screen to.
I guess we'll head towards the old one.
Yeah, so there's lots of public stuff by the Google campus. Facebook and Apple not so much.
There's a lot of public stuff where? By the Facebook campus?
Lots of public stuff by Google campus.
Oh, yeah, the museums and things?
Yeah.
Are they going to be open this late at night?
Probably not, but well, yeah, we're so close, you might as well look.
I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out what we can do in the last like half hour of daylight that we have left.
I wonder what...
Ultimately, we're going to have to go over to that supercharger though, if we want to make it back to San Francisco. I suppose we should have told those girls what the channel was.
yeah, you can gain some subscribers. I could get some from my channel as well. I might as well plug my channel on here, might I? Yeah, so I mean, I'm new to YouTube myself. I started a vlogging channel in the UK, kind of sort of cross between. I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go along, but yeah, I've got a few vlog type things out at the moment. And I'm pretty much trying to make videos of my adventures across the US, starting in San Francisco, eventually ending up in New York. I mean, that channel is youtube.com/Wesley Jeggo, so that's WESLEYJEGGO. I'm the only one with that name in the world, so if you're interested, check it out. So there you go.
Well, you know what? I don't think we're going to make it over there before the sun sets. Maybe we should just go straight to the supercharger.
Yeah. How do I get away more with flying that drone under the cover of darkness? Pete hasn't got a night vision camera on it. Well, you can see the thing quite well. The lights, it would actually show up more at night because the LED lights on it are really bright. They would definitely see that.
This is an interesting like little area here where it's all
I like the
trees.
yellow cat signs on the road there. So we have white ones in the UK.
So this is definitely like a walking path here.
I'm guessing the GoPro's still recording. So
Yeah.
But I'm the one in the back. It's got like an 8-hour battery on it. I've used a little bit on the way down from Fremont earlier, but it's probably got a good 5 hours worth of footage in there. It's only in like a lower bitrate 1080, but
You should probably kill the one on the GoPro if you want to just hit the button because it's filling up the memory card. It's the front. Yeah.
It's getting really warm as well.
Or no, it's the shutter on the top.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry.
Huh?
I always confuse those two on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's all very well having lots of footage, but then there's sort of having a ridiculous amount which will take terabytes of space up. And I mean, I'm probably in a couple of weeks. I'm probably gonna, if I don't catch up with my video editing for my vlogs, I'm probably going to end up having to buy another hard drive.
So what are these guys saying about the old Apple building?
The old Apple building is off the Anza Boulevard, and yeah, it also said recommended Google. And Mark Jennings has said nav to. It's very difficult to try and read these and get the bit up when the car is everywhere. Yeah, nav to 99 Ranch Market, and Apple Spaceship is opposite. So if you get to if you were to nav, 99 Ranch Market, you better see it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm definitely not going to fly a drone over that, which I heard recently they really clamped down on people doing that. I mean, I've seen quite a few videos.
Does it light up at night like a spaceship?
What the Apple campus?
Yeah.
you've seen all the videos as it's being built. Someone was flying a drone over there over the last couple of years. And hell of a big place. A lot of parking nearby as well for employees and things.
Yeah, my uncle helped. He had to approve some of the permitting and stuff for it. He works for the city over there, and
Right.
it's kind of just telling me about it. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Do you think the Tesla Model S CPO prices will continue to go down as Model 3 rolls out? That's from Kendall Thompson.
I don't know. I thought that the Leafs would drop like a rock in price, and they went up, which is weird because you could get a used one for like $5,000.
Yeah.
And now I can't see a used one out there for less than $10,000.
It's interesting with EVs because
So-
normal cars will go down in value, but there's less electric cars on the road than there is normal, so they're...
Yeah, so the used Model S's were actually cheaper. At one point, there were some going for around $30,000 for a little while there in May.
Wow.
And
Shot up again.
after the news of the Model 3 actually being delivered, S's went up a little bit. Like, so I would say they're probably not going to go down a whole lot more until the Model 3s are really getting produced.
Yeah, I mean, they should hold their value, because if someone wants a Model 3, they're quite rare right now.
Yeah, so the non-autopilot ones are the ones that are going to be cheap, and the ones that have a high mileage.
Is that the same load?
Oh, no, it's a different load.
Let's try, and if you can, I don't know if you can... There's another loader with
Teslas.
Model S's on. They're everywhere. I've seen a few. I saw when we did the tour the other day, we saw a few near the...
there was like 2 of them pulling out of the factory.
Are they like half-built ones that they're just sort of shipping about to get finished? Or
I don't think so. I think they're delivering to customers.
Oh. Okay, so we've got 10 viewers and again we're up to 13 likes. The drone over the UFO was authorised by Apple.
We just passed like 4 more Teslas.
Used Tesla Model S prices will probably continue to fall as Model 3 comes out, possibly.
Yeah. So, like I said, like if you can find the ancient 40 kilowatt with no supercharging, Teslas, there wasn't very many of them. They were software locked. Most of them were upgraded to 60 kilowatt, but I don't know if they can get supercharging or not. Those ones were the ones that were around $30,000.
Yeah, probably the older than the first one.
Yeah, because they're the oldest.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, some of the original signature Model S's, even though they're signatures, they're pretty high mileage and they had a lot of problems.
Mm.
So they might actually be cheaper, which is weird. You'd think they'd be worth more, but...
Okay, so Frank Thornley says, saw a Model 3 was spotted in Europe today.
Yeah.
They got them over what? Europe drive the same side as here, so depending which part. But
that's a good question. Was it a?
I think it'd be a left-hand drive.
A left-hand drive?
Yeah, I mean.
Or a right?
All of Europe, I'm pretty sure, all of Europe drive on the same side as America, apart from England, which drives on the right-hand side. Oh, the wheels on the right-hand side. So we drive.
How does that work when you go to another country? Does it?
You can drive in another country with the wrong way round, but it's just more awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of these in the UK would the road system would work against you a bit. It could, you can do it, and people do, but it's not recommended.
Huh. Well, thank you everybody for watching us for the past hour on this live stream.
Okay, so if they're at HQ, they're probably for quality control. I've just lost the message. Probably for quality control. The Tesla stores in Molina Park, Palo Alto, and Sunnyvale on the El Camo Real, Comment Street. Femi Thompson says, do you think Tesla will ever make unlimited supercharging available for Model 3 owners as an upgrade?
You never say never, but I would say not immediately. Because they want people to buy the S and the X because of the higher profit margins.
They are a business at the end of the day, so
but
and to be successful, they need to sell them. So
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they offer different levels of supercharging, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean,
Like at some point they add some slower ones in there, and, and those ones are free.
They'll
Or,
probably bring faster ones out, and they're working on the automatic ones with the little snake thing. It can charge up. So even in
there might, like premium super duper charging cost extra.
Yeah. Let's keep adding things to it. You know, extra with added super plus. But yeah, they're going to continue to develop things, we think, and just keep improving on the previous design. It's
yeah. So the reason why they're probably not going to do it anytime soon, though, one, there's going to be a bunch of them on the road. And they're going to clog up the superchargers, and two, they don't charge as fast. They take longer at a supercharger to charge. So that's a problem. A lot of people are pretty upset about it, actually, because now you're going to have all these cars out there that are going to fill up the superchargers, and they're going to be there longer. So it's kind of disappointing. I thought they charge at the same rate as, you know, the S and the X, and then because they're a smaller battery, they'd get done faster. But that's not the case. And there's 2 Teslas in front of us still. Want some more Chipotle?
Oh, what, Mexican food? Yeah.
So Wesley, since he's gotten here, is eating nothing but Mexican food.
Yeah,
which is, I love Mexican food. I eat it every meal.
We had some opposite the Tesla Fremont factory while we were waiting for our tour, because we arrived super early. Yeah, that's quite nice actually. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of Mexican food and trying new things. And then, of course, yesterday evening when we went down to see, I forget who, but yesterday evening, or was it yesterday?
Oh, Alex.
So we went down to see
Alex. Everything Tesla.
Everything Tesla, Alex. So we went down there and I ate again, and I had more Mexican food. So I don't need to have any more Mexican food for a bit. It's quite nice though.
And sometime we do need to get you a meal for the day. It sounds like you haven't had much to eat. There's some restaurants around the supercharger, so we can go grab something while we're charging.
That sounds good. I'm gonna try and get some B-roll of that, maybe.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So this supercharger that we're going to was the only one that had liquid-cooled supercharging cables at one point in time.
It's a really thin cable, isn't it?
Yeah. They took them out.
Why, is there problems or?
I don't know. But that was the theory, is that, you know, they would be able to turn up the, you know, the amperage or...
They'd be able to get the same amount of power for a thinner cable because it's water cooled. Yeah. And I think some people found that a bit odd, because instead of wrestling with a huge snake, you're getting the power through something so much thinner. But
yeah, it was nice. I used it during that time, and there was a guy there with a thermal camera, and he was like, "Ooh, this is cool." Literally, it was cool.
I think it's still in experimental stages, but if they can get that, get that to work.
I think what they determined is it was just a lot more maintenance for them,
or more expensive to build, maybe.
Yeah.
It has to be practical, and if they've got to roll this out it's like, you know, if they've got to roll this out on a bigger, something for the future, probably. Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed because Elon was talking about Supercharger 3.0 and, you know, being able to charge a lot faster, and there's a bunch of like patents of underground charging system where it would like connect to the bottom of the car and pump in coolant from underground and cycle it through, because if they can cool it, they can run more current through it faster.
Right. Okay, so they might be able to up the amperage.
Yeah, so they have a patent for it, and there's on the Model S and X, there's a spot in the battery where you could do that, and on the Model 3 there isn't. So people are thinking they're not going to do it anymore. And
like a cost thing, maybe.
Yeah, and Straubel was saying in one of his interviews that they looked into it, and really they found that the benefits of saving time versus like the longevity of the battery pack and stuff, they think they have the right balance right now. And they did have something where they could do like a sub 10-minute recharge, but they thought it wasn't really the best thing overall. So that's kind of disappointing. It means that's probably not coming anytime soon.
If there's any more comments. Right, so Model S and Model X refresh definitely in the works. I'm sure it's a pretty high priority due to age.
I disagree, because they just did the front fascia refresh like, was it a year and a half ago? And I think that was it. I don't think that they're going to do like a major rebuild anytime soon. I think that it's going to be a couple more years out.
He also says there's some decent food across from the superchargers.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I think there's a Chipotle. There really is a Chipotle, but there's other restaurants too.
I prefer something different.
What do you normally eat?
Well, I've heard, McDonald's and, if you mean like when I'm out, or you mean like just sort of in general at home?
Yeah, general at home.
Sort of normal food, salads and, burgers, chips and sandwiches, just anything, It's difficult. So I live on my own, so I don't really. It's harder to, I do rely more on those ready meals that you just sort of all pre-made,
Oh, okay.
So you have like a meal with chips and Huntley's chicken, or curry, things like that. Yeah. I don't know. See what I fancy when I'm hungry. But yeah, please, no more Mexican food. Yeah. Domino's pizza's quite nice, and they have that. I know they have that over here.
Yeah.
What else? I don't know. We just have to see what's there and see what works. Right here. So the interiors. So how are these seats? How do they differ from previous?
I would have to agree. They're surprisingly easier to clean. For most general messes, they do pick up my blue jeans and stain it, and you got to use Windex to clean them off. But they do clean off pretty good. I have the ventilated seats, which aren't very durable, and they don't make them anymore because they're not very durable. So I do have one hole that looks like it's starting to tear a little bit. So I'm gonna have to see about getting that fixed. And I worry about like transporting my dog and him tearing it up. So I got seat covers for the back for my dog.
And Long with Aircon says that the Model 3 interior. Model 3 interior is much fresher, he says.
Oh, the Model 3 interior. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, they just, yeah, I could see that, but I adding like cup holders and stuff to the Model S, but they didn't do that. They did for the X. So we have like cup holders and things. Pockets in the back seats. They don't have that in the S or the X.
Right, new person commenting, and that is Mike 20SM. And it says, thoughts about the permanent magnet motor on the Model 3.
Oh.
Maybe the dual motor model will have one permanent and one like the Model S to get the best of both worlds.
That's what I was thinking too.
So you mean one for highway driving and one for...
Yeah, for launching.
Launching, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Nearly missed the exit.
Yeah.
Just corner. So talking about the.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's what they'll probably do. They'll probably throw a permanent magnet motor one and a non one in the dual motors.
It's basically got both strengths.
Yep, I would totally see that one coming. That way, for quick acceleration, you'll have that, and then when you're on the highway and you're trying to maintain the speed, it'll put more emphasis on the permanent magnet one.
Starting to lose light a little bit.
We're in the dark.
Turn that interior light back on.
Yeah, so as soon as we get to the supercharger, we'll kind of show you guys around, and then we'll probably end the stream. And there's the In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, I only heard of that myself today. We don't have them, but yeah, they come highly recommended to me to try it. So
yeah, we'll definitely have to get you one at some point.
Yeah,
there might be one. Is there one by the supercharger? Do you guys know? Mountain View. Google.
Okay. So Kendall says, how do you think EV sales will be impacted once the federal tax credit ends?
I think immediately there'll be a dip. Like there'll be a huge spike as they're getting close to ending, and then there'll be a dip afterwards. But there's already such a big penetration. It's not like they're going to just die off. I think it'll eventually get back up to where it doesn't even make a difference. Because I mean, that was the whole point of the tax credit, was so that the higher, cost, like Teslas, people could make them a little bit more affordable, while they got to the point where the manufacturer could do mass quantities and economies of scale to get their costs down, and they've done that. So they graduated. I mean, or they're going to graduate, and that's the whole point of the credit. And so, yay, it'll be successful.
And there's 2 comments on there about how In-N-Out Burger is awesome, and I should try it. I will definitely try it, because I mean, how does it differ? How does it differ to McDonald's and places that I have heard of?
I needed to go left instead of right.
Taking the scenic
I
route.
usually have the voices on and talking, and I
Yeah. So how does for me then? How does In-N-Out Burger differ to McDonald's? Is it just different, obviously, but
it tastes a lot better.
okay.
So it's the burgers everything's fresh.
Taco Bell, but
Like they actually take a potato and smash it in front of you and fry it in front of you.
okay, so it's more Okay.
Yeah, so it's just fresher food.
That's nice.
Yeah, if you want non-Mexican food, we can go to Taco Bell.
Isn't that Mexican?
Not really. It's kind of like,
Spanish or something.
no, it is. They call it Mexican food, but it's
Okay, so another one-
fast food.
In that, but there are 2 about.
There's arguments about the amount of actual meat in their meat.
What are your thoughts about Tesla temporarily increasing the range? Range on the software locked vehicles for those affected by the hurricane. So
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
we were actually, yeah.
That is awesome. I'm totally for that. That is super cool.
The fact that they can just switch on something that can actually help people is that's quite impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to do a YouTube or a U-turn there. It's good. It's great. Awesome. That's cool. I don't see any problem with it, other than somebody's gonna whine about it and be like, well, it's not fair because I paid for it and I didn't get it for free. But I don't know. I mean, it's just a temporary thing for people to get the heck out of danger.
There's a light inside the cab, so what I'll do inside the vehicle, so I'll turn it on so you can see what's in front of us, guys, because there's more light outside.
But yeah, it makes a lot of sense for Tesla to save their customers' lives. Look at the robot in front of us and on the right. What the heck?
Okay.
Dude, where are we?
What the hell is that?
Autonomous data machine.
Should we get out and walk up? Shall I walk up to it? Sort of behind me, just in the corner of the screen there.
Dude, do you think they're gonna taser us? They just leave them running around the parking lot?
I'd like to get out and see that closer up, actually.
What the heck?
What the? Yeah.
Let me pull up right in front of it there.
Park up, we can go right up to it.
What a weird thing to stumble across.
What is it? Do you know what it is, or
I've never heard of them.
Let's.
But they look like Daleks.
I think I should get out onto the sidewalk and have a look. Oh, I can probably do it for the window.
Exterminate.
Oh, very Terminator, isn't it? This is why everyone needs to be careful of AI. It is a Dalek, isn't it? What on earth is that?
They just leave them alone?
I'm not sure what it is. There's
It says notice, no photos or video allowed.
I better move then. Does it say it there?
Huh.
What does it say?
Hello? Are you guarding this place? We'll have to look it up online. It's Night Scope?
Yeah, so if anyone knows what that is, Google it for us. Night Scope.
Huh.
KNIGHTSCOPE. Did it say no filming?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Flip the thing back round. I'm just getting back in the car. Here we go.
Weird. So are they like security guards or what?
I could probably run up and push that thing over, so I don't think it's very secure.
It must have a pretty big battery if it just runs around all night long.
There's no wires or anything. What?
There's two of them on the corners.
Surely someone's going to come along and nick the things.
This is Night Scope Autonomous.
There's no one over there. It's just running around like a giant Roomba. Like a giant, the Roombas, Hoover things.
Yeah.
What the? Oh.
That's what happens when you miss your turn.
Maybe they were meant to be in the building, but they escaped. That's really weird. That's odd.
Weird.
Yeah. Oh, moving on.
Things you see on the back roads in Silicon Valley.
Is it late over here to turn the interior light on? We're literally in the dark. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of a backlight. I don't know how much it'd help.
it might be silhouetted. No, it's better than nothing. We can see us a bit now. Otherwise, we're just silhouettes. You can film from the street, no problem. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we're kind of sticking to the sidewalk.
Yeah.
But it was, eyes were starting to glow red.
It's a robot security guard according to the website. Okay.
So, what's it gonna do if we go up there and kick it?
I could probably pick it up and put it in the back. Put the seats down.
That makes the news. Somebody in a Tesla stole the autonomous security guard.
It's like flooring. Anyway, it would be awesome if autonomous vehicles were used into rescue efforts. Could really showcase the technology. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Same with drones. When eventually they make drones big enough to lift people, and there's a few ideas floating around, they could probably use that in search and rescue quite effectively, because you're not putting people at risk to go out there and rescue people.
So here we are.
We're at the supercharger. Okay.
Oh, there's a queue.
Okay.
Dang.
The queue.
It's the Tesla convention.
Oh, I suppose we can get out and chat to some other model. I mean, from what I've seen on TV and that, most model.
When I first got my Tesla, it was always like a party whenever you saw another Tesla owner, because there wasn't very many of us.
Yeah, I mean,
but now
they're quite friendly, aren't they? People want to talk about their cars.
It's not so much anymore.
No.
It's not as.
No,
it's not as chatty, but some are, some aren't.
Yeah, it's each their own, but
Wow.
Sometimes you have to reach out to people to see how that's going to go down.
So they need to add some superchargers. Oh, those guys are leaving.
Yeah. Well, always Teslas. Look, there's a white one, a black one. There's a grey one, another blue one. What's the plan? We're gonna have to. I suppose we haven't got enough juice to get back to.
I guess we're here.
So what happens if we run out of power in the queue? Are we?
Well, if you're not moving,
doesn't use as much.
It doesn't use any power, like hardly anything at all.
Okay, so we're.
So I'll see if we could make it back. But even if we could make it back, I mean, we just got to make it to another supercharger.
It's best to get some power, isn't it?
And it might be like this.
Let's have a look at the comments. So I've turned the camera back. We've got the inside light back on.
Let's see. So we've got 73 miles of range, and we only have to go 35 miles. So actually, we'd be fine.
So Kendall Thomas says, "Thank you guys so much. Made my day. Love your channel."
Thank you. It's fun. It's fun talking with everybody.
Yeah. No, I like the channel too. I pretty much started out as a fan of Patrick's channel and some of his older channels. Yeah, it's very entertaining.
So yeah, so we could go back. It looks like it's 45 minutes back, and there's another supercharger in San Mateo, and it says there's one supercharger free out of 8.
That'll probably be gone the time we get there.
Yeah.
We
go back to Fremont. It says there's 2. Go back to the factory.
Well, how long do these queues usually take to go down? Usually, we've got probably about 7 or 8 cars in front of us. So, and it's quite a few stalls. So,
Well, they were saying on the thing we were looking at, it was an average of 46 minutes
okay.
per car.
So let's say they've all just joined now, and we've got to get through that lot, and then we should be waiting more than an hour.
Yeah, so
Probably less, because half those. Oh, my rear camera's just it's been recorded for the last 4 hours.
so if you think about the maximum amount of time somebody'd be there would be an hour.
Right.
And so we're looking at no more than 2 hours. Because of the people there and the people in front of us.
Yeah.
But the odds are.
Problem is does that mean we've got to basically sit in the car and queue till we get to the stall?
You know, I was told that they're supposed to have a valets during busy times like this.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's not 24 hour. I mean, it's not middle of, it's, what time is it, guys? It's 10 to 8.
So this is 12 stalls. My guess is one person just left. So their hour or whatever's up. And
so Lonewood Eghorn says that was a blast, guys. Thanks. And Mark Jennings says the queue is the shape of things to come. Well, they are ramping out their supercharger network as fast as they can, aren't they, to try and keep up with Model 3 releases. So I'm not sure what the numbers are on that, but I think they mentioned it at the launch event, didn't they?
Oh, the numbers for the Model 3?
No, the numbers for the supercharger network.
Oh yeah, 3 times. So they said next year they want to triple it. So I
mean, next year they ain't gonna have, well, they'll have 500,000 cars on the road.
So if you think about this, it's pretty impressive actually. At the unveiling of the Model 3, before they knew they were going to have so many reservations, they said they were planning on doubling the supercharger network this current year that we're in right now. And at the delivery event, they said it was more popular than we expected. You know, we were thinking like 100,000 cars, not 500,000 cars. So this year we're going to triple it. So they got big plans.
And then even beyond that, they'll probably triple it again. You know, give it 5 years. So they're trying to keep up.
Yeah, they're planning on doing these like. Do we need to move?
I mean, eventually it stands to reason. No idea how long that'll take, but eventually you probably have to admit, you know what I mean, you'll have more charges when you do petrol stations. It'll flip round.
Yeah, so I think Tesla's going to buy, parking lots, and they're going to put up those huge ones that have like 50 stalls.
Wow.
They were showing off the concepts of it, and there's already one that's open, I think.
Okay, so
they're going to have like a little, cafe or store in the middle.
So they're constantly evolving and trying to. It's like, I mean, I've heard talk for some of their stalls, probably not most of them, but they're going to start putting like solar panels on top and then battery packs so that they can effectively charge people's Teslas for, all 3 bits coming together.
You know what we need to look for is level 2 charging stations. Because, I mean, we don't need to have a supercharge, just any charge.
Just need to get back, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, like, we could make it back.
So we could make it back, sort of touch and go, depends if we get delayed, but but we only need a little bit of juice just so we can get back, and we're not in a huge rush, are we?
It looks like Holiday Inn Express has chargers. Creekside Hotel. Closest one is Holiday Inn Express, which I don't know how they'd feel about us just going over there and using their charger.
Well,
sometimes they charge a little bit.
And I work for a rival company. Maybe I should have a word for them. Hello, I'm your competition. Can we charge at your stall?
Those are Tesla chargers. The other thing we can look at is plug share.
Okay.
And those are chargers like the company I have, where they're, for any electric vehicle. So, and there might be one like literally across the street. Like if I was here, that's what I'd do.
Right. Is that like Shadamo, where you can just sort of so you can get
like I have a CHAdeMO adapter, so I can do that, or just those are about half the speed of a supercharger, so they're not that bad.
Well, any charge is better than no charge.
Yeah, and then the regular level 2 stuff, the J1772s, they're slow, but I mean, if we're gonna go eat, it would be perfect while we're eating.
Yeah, so we're not in a major rush, are we? Time it takes to go and have something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plug share.
So, Nothing's happening yet. We haven't moved. We haven't moved an inch in the queue. I mean, it's possible that all the ones in the stalls may move in a very short amount of time, and then we're closer. But
I wonder how many people pay the idle fees, because there's a movie theater there, and I can totally see people parking and going to see a movie.
Well, just thinking. But isn't it like 40 cents a minute? So what's the idle? You know, is that when you stay there beyond fully charged? Well, yeah. I mean, if someone's prepared to pay, they had to make it enough that people thought, no, I won't stay there too long, but not so much that. Yeah.
Oh, I still have my iPhone, don't I? Because
yep.
The plug share on the it isn't really working right now on the Tesla screen.
I must say this Samsung phone works a lot better than that did. It's actually held a signal.
I think it's
probably the network, isn't it?
Yeah, it's either the network or the fact that I'm using
probably the network, not the phone.
A beta version of the iPhone software.
Okay.
So this is the things to come at superchargers. I'm kind of disappointed. This is crazy.
Let's put that camera back round. It's a little bit on the dark. A little bit on the dark side. There's no lights in the front here. Oh no! Normally you'd have what?
Yes, these right here. These would light up our faces.
That's fine.
Oh,
perfect. Oh wow. Okay, the Model X has everything. There are lights in the sun visors. How do I? Is there one in here?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to see that. This is one of those little features that I. Hang on. So there's. I mean, the visors are only because the glass goes from obviously up the window and above it over your head.
Yeah, this was one of the complaints they had on the Model S.
But they've got little visors that sort of come in place, and the lights are going to light us up because we're running out. We've run out of daylight. It's dark. Turn that back on. It's perfect. I'll turn the back one off.
Oh, here's all the locations that we have to charge around us that aren't that super, but probably faster than waiting here.
Alright, hang that down.
There's a wall outlet at the Computer History Museum.
Bright enough to,
So that's what I'm talking about. Where's that outlet? And it's free. It's on a light pole. It's a NEMA 515 outlet, which looks to be a NEMA L6. Blocked by a vehicle. Wall blocked by a vehicle.
Even the worst case scenario, as long as you keep an extension cord in your boot, you can always just...
So if we plug into the wall...
Just plug into anywhere.
Outlet, we'll probably get like 2 or 3 miles of range. So it's not exactly ideal, but like overnight at a hotel, I mean, you can get like 50 miles, so it's something.
And overnight at a hotel, it's like charging from home.
Oh, what is that? That's actually a really cool looking outlet.
Yeah, and overnight at a hotel, you have, it's like charging at home.
Wait.
Doesn't matter. It takes hours.
It's a 30 amp. It's a 30 amp 120, which would give us 10 miles an hour range. So we can get like 10 miles.
10 whole miles?
10 miles while we're eating.
How far can I walk in an hour? Probably at least 5. So we've got double walking pace.
Oh, this guy says that the sign was removed and now there's a padlock on the outlet. Well, that's not cool.
Okay, so I've got quite a few messages that I haven't caught up on. I'll try and catch up for you. Right. Italian restaurant is good. Tesla is adding more superchargers, doubling superchargers. 40 cents per minute while idle is what Thompson says. And Mark Jennings says, I've always thought it would have been better to have cables in each car that you plug into a receptacle. You could fit more cars into each supercharger, like segments of an orange around the centre. So does he mean like have a load of superchargers together so that they fan outwards around it?
Oh.
So you got more efficiency for space in a given area?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So it looks like just up the street a little ways there is a charge point charger.
And he says yes. That's a good idea. Okay.
It could be full though.
Yeah.
Nobody's checked in since last month on PlugShare, but charge points are so slow.
I mean,
Complete geonomics.
It is bad, but we have to queue. But I suppose, given the location, there are a lot of Teslas around it.
Hey, somebody's leaving. Oh, there's another person leaving, I think.
Some change back to that. So again, if anyone's just tuned in, this is the view in front of us.
So the guy in front of us is from Oregon. So
Oh, we're moving forwards.
I think that's totally legit. I think that's cool.
That's right.
Now, all these other California people, do they have anywhere else they can charge at home?
I think some people, especially if they're not used to EVs, they forget they can charge from home. I mean, is it worth their time to come out to a supercharger, especially if the electric's free and let's change it back?
I guess that's the big question, is that our Airbnb, if she'll let us plug into the outlet. Because, that's all we need, really.
All you got to do is throw a cable through the window and plug it in. It'll be slow, but overnight.
We're not going to be going very far.
I don't need to ask, really. Just plug it in. Well, unless the person's on site, then I'm not really sure what it is. But yeah, we're staying at an Airbnb for the first time tonight. I stayed at one the other night over in Fremont before my factory tour, and I was quite impressed. It's quite good. It was adequate. There was a roof over my head. It was lower price than the hotels around that area, so it's all good. Not the superchargers. Hang on.
Oh, it's the power. You're right. The power companies have a hard time kicking out enough juice to power,
that many cars.
A lot of superchargers.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a lot of.
I think what they should do, what Tesla should do, is put destination chargers along with the superchargers. So put how many they can put in there, and then slam like an extra, 6 or 8 destination chargers. Because like in a situation like this, like what we did over at the factory, it was the same thing. There was like a queue of like 6 waiting to charge. So we just went over and plugged into the destination charger, and we were getting a decent amount of charge. I think they were only 40 amp ones instead of 80. If they were 80 amp ones, then we'd have been full by the time we were done with the tour. But
this is one long live broadcast. It's an hour and a half so far. So if anyone's still watching, wow.
It was sad yesterday. Somebody pulled up into the supercharger and he backed right into it.
Yeah.
He hit it and...
Wish I caught it on camera. It's bad that it happened, but it's not every day you see someone back into... what did he hit? Was it the supercharger itself?
Yeah, he hit the actual supercharger.
Yeah, because the ones at the factory are they're different than the regular one. I mean, you're probably one of the first ones to be built at the factory.
Yeah.
Before they started rolling out everywhere.
So, I don't know if you can see it. How these superchargers are laid out. So there's the ones that you pull into front facing, and then there's the ones that you back into, and the ones at the factory are ones that you back into, but they're kind of like these pull-in ones, so they're on the side, so there's less. It's harder to back into them because they're taking up part of your parking space, and I think this guy just wasn't used to that, and he backed right into the pedestal thing there. Where the
it chipped the paintwork, didn't it?
Yeah, it kind of chipped up his bumper a little bit. He wouldn't even go look at it. He's like, "Is it bad?" Like, it's a scratch.
Yeah. Good.
It looks like people are really moving now.
Yeah, I'm guessing all those people in the chargers were pretty much done at the same time. So we've got like...
It's a rush hour. Everybody got here and started charging.
I pretty find everyone sort of finishing work and just, I don't know really. It's
And I imagine on the weekends, people just, traveling through the area.
Okay, so start with the comments then. What are your thoughts on the build quality of the X versus your previous S? So your new car compared to your old car, build quality.
The same. So I got the Model S. It was one of the first Ds delivered. That wasn't a performance. And same with this one. It was one of the first Autopilot 2s that came off. So both of them had newer stuff in them, and both of them had initial issues. So I've had them in. I've had this one into the shop like maybe 4 or 5 times for little things, Nothing major, just squeaky doors, rumbling when accelerating, which is doing again, which is a bigger issue Tesla needs to address. Apparently all the X's do it over time, and even when they fix them, they do it again. So, not a big issue, but, little issues.
Okay, they should have wireless pads for the lineup leading to the superchargers. That will be really cool. Charge your car while you wait. Sort of doubling up on the charge, like trickle charging.
That would be cool if you could do trickle charging while you're waiting to supercharge.
Okay, so
these guys called an Uber.
he's probably given up on waiting for the charger, so called an Uber.
Oh, it's Uber Eats. Well, that's smart.
What's that then? They deliver food?
Yeah, they deliver your food.
Oh, wow.
While they're supercharging, they ordered somebody to deliver them food.
So when I get back to the UK, if I don't do any, In-N-Out burger, I could just call an Uber and say, yeah, can you just deliver it? Yeah, about 5,000 miles, should be with me within a week. I'm sure wireless charging will be here in the near future for cars. What the problem with wireless, it's like with your phones, when you, I don't know if it does it as fast as when you're charging with like a USB. What do you think?
So I have some inside information on that. I went to over in Idaho, the national laboratories for the Department of Energy, and they had a big old section where they were testing out all the different batteries for manufacturers, as well as charging methods and wireless charging. And they had like one of the plugless groups there, and their inductive charging system for like a Tesla. And they've got it down to about only 20% loss, and they had it charging at like 30 amps, I think. So, I don't know, to put things in perspective, you're still looking at twice as slow for level 2 charging, and you're losing a lot of energy, so it costs you more to charge wirelessly. And that's, optimal, like if it's perfectly aligned. So if you don't park perfectly, you're losing more energy.
The energy has to probably travel
further. And I talked to a Tesla engineer once about it at a Tesla event, and he said, nope, it's not going to work. He said, it's too much loss, it's not efficient, we're not going to do it. It's like, it's just...
takes too long. And
so their idea is the robotic snake arm.
That would be cool, especially when they start doing like cars driving themselves. The robotic. Well, that's what it's for, so people can send it down to the charger and charge.
Is there one free there, or what's going on there?
No. When you charge, I'll take the phone outside the car so you can see you pulling in and charging up. I don't know how many chargers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's just like a really big space. Is that one handicapped?
It's let's just turn the camera around again.
I think it's at the.
So you can see what's in front of us.
They're 18, right?
Yeah. So we've got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But there's probably some more somewhere I'm not seeing.
Oh,
yeah, so there's at least 12, probably 18. So we're at the front of the queue. Next person to leave, and we can charge up.
Got my hopes up. He's just getting into his front. In the Model X's, they're interesting. You can see the guys that have the suspension higher versus the ones that have it lower. Like the guy in front of us, this is real high. And we're lowering ours now.
I think the one, the blue Model X is what it is.
The
right,
black one's
I'll get you parking.
Okay. Yay, we're charging.
Right, this is the first time I've actually seen one charge for real, so very exciting day for me.
And now there's no queue.
Well, one person in the queue. Well, they found us still.
Yep.
Yep, that's typical. If we had arrived half an hour later, actually I can turn it back to selfie mode. A second. Let's look it over. Will the orientation change? Yep.
Well, that's a new sign. It says vacate stall when charging completed.
Yeah, so if we'd arrived half an hour later, we wouldn't have had the queue.
Go figure.
Yeah.
The dinner rush or something.
Like,
Hey.
over there. That's better. Bit up with the lights.
So this is the supercharger in Mountain View at the Computer History Museum, and
Oh, that's right.
it's got 18 stalls. Thank you guys for watching and staying tuned with us for almost 2 full hours. We're gonna go get some grub. Please subscribe to Tesla Trip and to
Yeah, I have a channel. It's nothing to do with Tesla. It's just I'm pretty new to it and just started up a little blog, more as a hobby. But I'm on holiday here, vacation, traveling across the US, making some videos, and that's at youtube.com/Wesley Jago. WESLEYJEGGO. Thanks for watching.
All right, thanks guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.